Hey guys, I'm Pokemon1086 and welcome back to a brand new video. So today I decided to change the background a little bit. Instead of the same old position that you guys have seen me sit in with the same background, I thought I'd kind of change it up a bit so that way you guys can kind of see a different background. You know, behind me you got the anime posters, you got some of my consoles. So in today's video I'm going to be sharing with you guys a total of 10 Nintendo Switch games that I can't live without. This is going to be a tiny bit biased only because I will be including games that I own and not games that I have rented from or borrowed from people. A couple games that I really did like I will leave out of the list. These are going to be based off of the games that I have owned, that I have played, regardless if I've completed them or not. So I got 10 and I'm going to be putting them in order from 10 being it's a good game but I can't live without it, but it's not enough that's going to make me go. Number 1 being like my absolute favorite Nintendo Switch game. So for starters, we're gonna start off with number 10, and that one is going to be Animal Crossing. I've talked about Animal Crossing a lot on the channel. For one, Animal Crossing, what I like about it is that it's a very cute game, and I've mentioned it on the channel several times that I think it is a really cute game. I like a lot of the fun features you can do. It's almost, to me, feels like a survival game, kind of like where you get a certain amount of belts to start off with, you get like a little camp set up, and then you kind of work your way, you know, get some items, you sell them, and then you can eventually work your way up to get enough bells to create a house or to build a house, and you get all these DIY recipes that you can create, which I think are really cool, and that's probably one of my favorite features to do in that game besides going to other people's islands. Like I get to go to my girlfriend's island sometimes because she's like obsessed with Animal Crossing, and then I get to also go to a couple of my other friends' islands who also own the game, and it is so much fun because I get items because they have exclusive items that I personally don't have on my island. So it's kind of like it's a little trade-off to where they can get items that they don't have that I have on my island, and I can get items that they have that I don't have on my island, and I can sell them, and then in return I can get a crap ton of bells. Same thing if I were to sell items that aren't exclusive to their island and I were to sell them, then I can also get exclusive bells myself. And I just think it's a really cool feature. I just really like the atmosphere of the game. It's so nice. It's very friendly. It's one of those games to where it's even like if you're not even a huge gamer yourself, you can easily pick up and play and just have so much fun. The first, I want to say 2 times I played it, I played for like hours on end. Now when I first initially got the game, I really didn't play it right away, only because I was so glued to other games I was playing, and I was just kind of like, okay, yeah, I'll pick it up. I kept saying here and there, I'll pick it up, I'll play it, I'll play it, I'll play it. Never did, and I was so far behind from where my friends and my girlfriend were at the time. And so I was playing catch up during the summer when the game came out in spring, along with playing a bunch of other games. But overall, I love the game. It's one of those games to where at first you kind of get hooked on religiously for like the first maybe month or two, and then it's one of those games to where if you want to just pick it up and play for like 30 minutes randomly throughout the day, you can. And then if you want to pick it up later on that day and play for like another 30-45 minutes, you can do that easily, no problems. And it's a game, it's just one of those games that you can easily come back to and play, and that's a reason why I love Animal Crossing. So next up, we have a game on the list that I was kind of late to playing. I didn't have this when it came out on the Wii U exclusively, and I owned the first one on the PS3, but I never got a chance to play it, and I ended up giving it to my friend when I was trying to sell all my PS3 games to Gamestop like a freaking idiot. But I finally managed to get my hands on it, and this is one that I've been wanting for so long, and that is Bayonetta 2, which it comes with the first Bayonetta game. I know there was an issue with this game, especially at like places like GameStop. Apparently a woman who worked at GameStop that I knew, she told me that people were coming into GameStop opening up the cases, which I don't know why you would have this in the first place, which is another issue why GameStop always has to change their rules and policies. They left the code for Bayonetta 1 within the case, and people were going into GameStop, opening up the case, taking a photo of the code, and then going home and redeeming it on their Nintendo Switches, which is really bad because then when they turn around and they sell that said copy of Bayonetta 2 to someone, and someone wants to start off with the first game, if they haven't gotten a chance to play it, like say if I were to do that and the code was already used, there's nothing you can really do about it. They'll just give you either a refund, and in some cases, if you're lucky, depending on who is at that said location, you can maybe even swap it out and get another copy with a code code that hasn't been used. And that's what they did with me, was they were afraid, since I said they knew me at this GameStop that I go to, it's kind of a local GameStop that I would go to at the time, gave me a code that was behind their desk that hasn't been used, just in case if the one inside the case has been used. And they also offered me to give me a refund just in case it's someone behind the counter. You know, if they gave me a false one or something like that, they were going to give me a free refund or a new code to use as well. Like I said, sucks that GameStop has to kind of like work on those policies and change them, because there was that whole issue where they would leave games in the case, like if they were like displayed cheap games like the PS2 or the GameCube or something like that back in the day, like years ago. People would come in there, take the case, take the disc out, leave the cases, or they'll just take the disc or in the case altogether. I think it was kind of a stupid part on GameStop's idea, but hey, I don't make the rules. I'm just a customer. I go in there and I buy the games. Bayonetta and Bayonetta 2 was a really fun game. I really liked the mechanics. I liked the design. The graphics looked amazing for like such an older game that was on the PS3, and even a game that was ported from the Wii U to the Switch looked absolutely amazing. And it is such a phenomenal game. I really like Bayonetta. I really just liked everything within the game. Now, to me, I'm a wimp, so some of the bosses were a little bit difficult, especially the last one. To me, in both games were really difficult, especially with trying to do what you have to do with the mechanics and everything. But other than that, it is a really fun game, and I had a ball playing them, and overall they were just such an absolute treat. If it was up to me and, you know, I had to go back and replay it again, I probably wouldn't. I'm gonna let you guys know if this is something, you know, if you kind of like these kind of style games, I would highly recommend picking it up, because you never know, it could be on sale now. All right, so next up we got number 8, which is a game that I have done a review on the channel. It was actually my most recent video game review. I hate to admit it, but I have a love-hate relationship with this game. I'm a huge fan of this franchise, but overall I ended up really liking this game, and that one is Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu. Now, I did not do Let's Go Eevee because that game I got through work, so I don't own it. At some point down the road, not anytime soon, but at some time in the near future or so, I might pick up a copy of Let's Go Eevee. So this one is honestly just a remake of Yellow. I liked how for a Pokemon game, like let's say if like a kid is like at the age of like 7, 8, just now getting into Pokemon, you know, and their parents were to get them a Switch and this game, this could be an easy game for kids to play. I will say it is easy, but there are some things within the game I will say that were a bit tedious. I'm not gonna say challenging, because this game was very, very easy to play. Pokemon games to me, especially like the RPGs like this, aren't really that difficult. And this happened to be something that I actually enjoyed. Now, like I mentioned on the channel, this was a Christmas gift back in 2018 from my girlfriend that came with the Pokeball Plus, and that Pokeball Plus did come in handy. Like I mentioned in the review, you could take your Pokemon in there, take them on a walk, help level them up, get them candies. And I liked the gym battles in this game. I liked the fact that you could go back and rebattle the gym leaders and the Elite Four as much as you want, because in some previous games you couldn't do that. But I mean, you could do that with the Elite Four and the champion, but not the gym leaders themselves. It's like a one-time go kind of thing. Like if you already beat them the first time around, you can't beat them. But I liked how with this you can go back, and once you battled them the second time, their Pokemon have either evolved or they switched some of their Pokemon out with more higher level Pokemon. And that's what I liked about the game. And if you want to hear me talk about more about the game, then check out my review for Pokemon Let's Go Eevee and Let's Go Pikachu. I'll leave a link for that in the description below, and I definitely recommend you check it out. It's under 15 minutes. I think I did a fairly decent job with reviewing the game, and I pretty much talked about the pros and cons that I liked within the game, so go ahead and check it out. Alright, so coming in at number 7 is a game. It's another game within the Pokemon franchise, but I really liked. But this game, it was one of those games to where it was like, you know, the hype for it was real, but then when you played it, it was kind of like, I paid $60 for this? Really? I would argue with Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee, the fact that we paid $60 plus for that, or if you were to get it with the Pokeball Plus, you were to pay close to $100 for that game. That price was unnecessary. But for this being a whole new region and everything, yeah, I can see why it would be a pretty expensive game. And now what I'm talking about is Pokemon Shield. Now I do plan on doing a review for this on the channel soon. I'll probably release that more towards when the new DLC comes out. I played through this game, beat it within like a week or two, and then I played the DLC over the summer when it came out, and it was definitely fun to play because it was around the time where I was about to finish my last round of chemotherapy, so it was definitely a really fun game to play. This game took me by surprise, and this was another one that I would say I had a love-hate relationship with. I liked the overall graphics. I really liked how the Pokemon were out in the open, and it was one of those games where you can roam around the wild area and you can see Pokemon. I liked the layout of the towns. They were really well thought out. There were some glitches in the game I didn't like, and I didn't know going into this. I knew that there would be some exclusive Pokemon. Between this game and Sword, each game has different gym leaders that you battle. Now, a lot of them are the same, but like there's a difference between 2 or 3 within each of the game between this and Sword, and then within the ending storyline, there are different battles that you do in this than you do in Sword. I kind of was like, I honestly should have gotten Sword because that has the cooler gyms and the cooler battles, but this game has just as good as battles. It's fairly good. I'm not too big on the legendary that I got in this game. I mean, the move sets for this legendary was not the best. It could have been a whole lot better. The starters were decent. I chose Sobel because, like I've mentioned, I love water Pokemon. But overall, I'm gonna save a lot of the really good details for the review. Look out for that because I'll have that out before the end of the year for sure. So number 6, I don't have the physical form for this, but it is a digital downloaded game that I purchased on the eShop, and that game at number 6 is Katana Zero. And Katana Zero took me by surprise. You guys, I'm sure know the channel on YouTube called Beat 'em Ups, where he talks about a lot of games. He has his good like segments where he does free eShop games and eShop games worth buying. They're really popular on his channel, and not him himself, but the videos where he described the games and talked about them actually got me into playing some really good games myself, like Gunman Clive HD Collection. That was a very fun game to play. And he mentioned talk about Katana Zero, and I know it's on PC. I know some of my friends have played it on Steam. They've told me it's really good. I don't know what else it's on, but maybe I'll leave right here what it's available to play on right here. That game took me by surprise. It is a really good 8-bit game. The music in there reminds me a little bit of Hotline Miami. It is overall so fun the way you get to slice and dice through enemies. You do like so many different cool like moves and mechanics where you like do some like sonic movements where you get to go through and do stuff. I even had a friend of mine from work, a really good friend of mine. He has the game too, I believe. Overall, the game is so much fun. I had a blast playing it. It's a fairly short game. It's definitely a short game, but it is worth the money. In my opinion, it's worth the money, and I had an overall ball with all the mechanics, all the weapons, the features, everything, the level designs. The only thing that did kind of piss me off was if you mess up one time within that level, it would rewind you back and sort of like this VHS kind of rewind style, the beginning of a level. That was annoying because there were times to where I constantly kept making the same small mistakes within a level to where I was supposed to throw something at one person, turn back, slice this other person, and I would accidentally not miss throwing the vase, but I would throw the vase and I would be like at last minute, I'd be a little late on slicing the enemy. But overall, it has like such this retro Hotline Miami kind of vibe to it, and overall, I just loved the game, so I had to put it on the list. All right, so coming in at number 5 is a game that it has a similar other title on, I believe, the PS4, and it is similar to the mobile app game that I currently play religiously and that I love, and it's from another anime franchise that I grew up watching. I didn't like at first, but I grew into it and I absolutely love, and that game is Yu-Gi-Oh! Legacy of a Duelist Link Evolution. Now, this game honestly was good. A friend of mine, Digest Games, he's another really good YouTuber. You should check him out. He just started his channel maybe like 2 months ago, maybe 3. He recommended me this game, and I am so glad he did because literally this game is so much fun. Another game I plan on doing a review on my channel for. Essentially, in a way, it has that dueling style, and what you can do with this is you can do campaigns. Every single Yu-Gi-Oh series out, from the original Yu-Gi-Oh up until whatever the newest one is, because I stopped watching Yu-Gi-Oh after 5Ds. You can do the campaign and you can do the battles from the storyline and from the and like from the storyline, the anime, you know, once you're done with that, the first time around, you get to swap and battle and do a reverse. So let's say if I was playing as Seto Kaiba or Yama Yugi and I had to battle Merrick, I would do that battle and then I'd go back in the campaign and then I would switch and I'd be Merrick and I would have to fight either Seto Kaiba or Yugi. And it had such a nostalgic feel that to where it made me go back and actually rewatch some of my favorite battle scenes from the actual Yu-Gi-Oh animes. But overall, really fun game. I loved how I got to relive my childhood by doing such classic battles from the Yu-Gi-Oh storylines, and just overall you can also battle with your friends online and you can create your own decks. Like I said, it has that Duel Links and it's very affordable too. If it's $40, I believe when I paid $40 for this or under $40 for it, and it is definitely worth picking up, especially if you are a Yu-Gi-Oh fan and you love playing the Yu-Gi-Oh games. Alright, so coming up at number 4, we got a title that I play religiously. If you own a Switch, then you have this game. This game that I'm talking about is Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I know Mario Kart, when you think Mario Kart, it's like, oh gosh, there's so many in the series, I can't choose which one is my best. Mario Kart Wii was my best. That was my favorite Mario Kart. Mario Kart 64 is right behind that, Mario, and then it would be Mario Kart Double Dash. But Mario Kart 8, oh, it's so much fun, so much fun. I love it. When I first got my Wii U, when I graduated high school, I had to get it. I had to get Mario Kart 8. It's definitely one of those games that you can play when you have friends come over, and it's another one of these games to where if you're not a huge gamer, it's still a lot of fun to play. It's literally the same exact thing as Mario Kart 8, except it has all the DLC features. If you did not pay for them, then you basically just get them for free on Deluxe, which is essentially the reason why it's called Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. Just like how you would on the Wii U, you can play online with your friends. You can even play regional or worldwide, anything, and it's fun, especially if you have friends that have this game and you guys aren't all together, you're in separate homes, especially during the times we are in now, so where it makes it harder for sometimes you to invite friends over to play video games. If you guys all own this game, you can link up through the Nintendo Online, create a room, and all you and your friends can play together. So coming in at number 3 is a game that I just recently did a video on the channel. I love this game, and I was very fortunate enough to have a good dear friend of mine be able to get it for me when I wasn't able to get the game myself, and I will forever be grateful for it. And if you're watching this video, I know you're sick and tired of me saying it, thank you so much for getting me this game. I absolutely love it, and I am still playing it religiously today. I have yet to stop playing it, and that game I'm talking about is Super Mario 3D All-Stars. Like I mentioned on the channel, if you didn't watch that video, go check it out. I talked a lot about the games. Now granted, I can't speak on 64 as much because I only played it like a few times when I was like in elementary school, and then I have yet to play Mario Sunshine. So if you want to watch that video, I'll leave a link in the description below so you can go check out that video I did on it where I unboxed it. I talked about my experience with Mario Galaxy, but oh my gosh, is this game fun. I literally relived my childhood. I will say the camera angles in this game are a bit annoying. Yes, it is a cash grab from Nintendo, especially if you already own all these titles. Do you really need it? If you want. If you already own all these titles, there kind of is no need for it unless you just want to play them in HD form. Then by all means get it. And they're just the games ported over to a Switch in HD format where they use an emulator, and it could potentially open up doors to having more games being emulated from the 64 or the GameCube or the Wii over to the Switch. Endless titles being transferred over to the Switch, and I'm hoping Nintendo will wake up and realize that they would make some serious money doing that. It is only available until March 31st of 2021. After that, you cannot buy any more physical copies. They will pull them off. Same thing with the digital version. So next up on the list, we are at number 2, and this game is so much fun. I had a ball playing it when it came out. I pre-ordered this and I got this on launch night too, and I was glued to this game. Beat this game in like maybe a month or a couple weeks. But that game I'm talking about is Super Mario Odyssey. Now, a lot of people said that this was probably their favorite Mario 3D platformer game. A lot of people also compared it to 64, and yes, it does have those 64-esque vibes, but I would not say this is like 64. This is something beyond that. This is something on a whole nother league. The levels in this game, ridiculously fun. The graphics in this game. Ridiculously amazing. The times you had to redo stuff because you kept making the same silly mistakes. Ridiculously annoying. But overall, this game was so much fun. And if you have not played it and you live under a rock and you are just oblivious to this, pick it up, play it. If you didn't get your hands on Mario 3D All-Stars, just pick this up, play it. I can't stress enough how much fun this game is. The music in this game, phenomenal. Like I mentioned, the graphics and the level designs, amazing, pure bliss, beautiful, it's sex.
What did you say, nigga?
I know some of you people are gonna be like, man, you over dramatic. It wasn't that great of a game. I am wearing an old school Nintendo shirt for a reason. Alright, so number one on the list. Number one is my favorite Nintendo Switch game that I got at launch date. If you follow me on Instagram, then you know I got this game at midnight with a controller. And that game I'm talking to you guys about is Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. This game's so much fun. Endless characters, endless stages. Just the amount of characters you can try and main is ridiculous. Ridiculous. Like I said, stages, the music, the modes in this game, all sorts of stuff you can do within this game. It is... The game comes with 70 characters, 100 stages, all brand new game modes, and they literally brought back classic mode from Melee onto here. And that was one of my favorite things to do on Melee was classic mode. And to this day, you see the GameCube plugged in right here with the memory card. I be playing Melee to this day still. I grew up playing Smash Bros, so it was no brainer and I had to pick up Super Smash Bros Ultimate. The characters that I honestly have started maining are Bowser, I main Bayonetta, I main Samus.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Samus is my favorite person to main in Smash Bros. I have mained Samus since Melee, since I was playing Melee actually. But anyway guys, these were the 10 Nintendo Switch games that I can't live without. And if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like on it. If you didn't like it, then I'm sorry you feel that way. Subscribe to the channel if you are new. Guys, we are 5 subscribers away from reaching 500 subscribers. I'm trying to grind on this channel. I'm just glad to be back making the content that I want to make and not try and do stuff that I either can't afford to do or just do stuff that I'm not having fun doing on this channel. If you enjoy my videos, hit the bell notification button so that way you get notified whenever I upload videos, period. With this channel, there's really no uploading schedule. I just upload videos whenever. There will be like several videos within the month, so you just gotta be on the lookout. That's why I say hit that bell to get notified when I upload videos. Hit the all features, but yeah, definitely hit that all feature if you want to know when I upload, period. But if you're just kind of like, I really don't watch his videos all that much, but I'll just watch his videos occasionally, then you can hit the personalized feature on that bell. You'll get notified whenever I upload every other video essentially. Don't forget to hit up those links that I mentioned. Don't forget to check out Digest Games on YouTube. Don't forget to check out the video for my review on Pokemon Let's Go Pikachu and Let's Go Eevee. And if you want to see my video where I talked about Super Mario 3D All-Stars and unbox the game, feel free to do that too. And I'll even leave a link to 2 friends who live stream on Twitch. One that just became a Twitch affiliate, and this person is on that grind. Both of them are on that grind, and I'll leave a link to their Twitch channels in the description below. You can go watch them live stream, go show them some love. They are really good Twitch streamers, very funny, really engaged with the audience, and they play some amazing games. You can also hit up my links in the description below too, to my Twitter account, Instagram account. While you're at it, go check out the Afrogeek channel. I put videos out there every Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. I do a lot of topics on anime. I talk about manga. I do Funko Pop videos on there because I love me my Funko Pops. I talk about movies on there. Go check out that channel. Subscribe if you want to see more of me on there. You can subscribe to that channel. We are currently at 74 subscribers on there. But anyway guys, that is it for the video. I will see you guys in the next one. I am Pokemon 1086 and I am out of here.